Welcome to 561 Music. My name's Ben.
And I'm Hector.
How are you, Hector?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Getting ready to fly out tomorrow to Atlanta.
Yeah, what are you doing out there, man?
Another art adventure.
Oh, that's cool.
Doing street painting.
Have you got an idea what you're going to paint?
Yeah, so my buddy and I, my buddy Ken, we do chalk guys. We do stuff like that. So we, a number of years ago, we did a 3D piece here at the Lake Worth Street Painting Festival that was Beatles, Abbey Road.
Right.
And it was literally like a big crosswalk with the Beatles in 3D.
I feel like I've seen it.
I'm sure you have. It's circled the internet about 3 billion times already. It's probably our most famous piece.
Right.
And so we just thought it'd be funny to do a throwback to that one. So
right.
we're doing Beatles Abbey Road with the Beatles crossing the street again.
Oh, cool.
But they're actual Beatles, like the bugs themselves.
Nice.
You know?
That sounds like fun.
It'd be funny. So
that's
yeah,
cool.
But it's a ridiculous, stupid size again. You know, it's like I think this is like 16 by 26 or something. So it's huge.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it'll be an all weekend thing.
I've been researching getting solar power all week.
Oh yeah, how's
people
that going?
come around. Okay, I'm just really worried that I don't want to get conned. You know what I mean? So I'm just being extra careful with it. But
are you worried that you're gonna like run out of sun here in Florida?
Well, not that. I just every time I get builders to do anything for me, I get
always a hassle.
sticky. Well, yeah, and I've been screwed over before, so I'm being real careful.
It's kind of ridiculous down here in Florida. I don't know what the deal is, but I feel like nobody wants to work or I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but I feel like more often than not, when you get contractors, they start the work and they never finish.
Yeah,
so,
you got to be careful for sure.
Yeah,
so I'm being super fastidious about it.
Yeah, man.
Sure
do your research. Make sure you get a good company in there.
Yeah, so. Well, we got Lewis and Stevens from Reggae Lou and the Kind Budz. How you doing, guys?
Good. Great, man.
Yeah, cool. So you guys stepped in last minute because we had a cancellation, and I can't thank you enough because you were already on the list. I'd already sent you a thing saying, we've got to get you on here, and it just so happened that you guys could do it tonight. So thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, really appreciate that.
Yeah, you saved our asses. Actually, you were the first people I asked, and you just said yeah straight away. So it was just awesome.
That's great. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. So you guys play. You're local, but also touring like reggae act, and you guys seem to be doing a lot. Like the internet's just blowing up with different stuff you're doing lately. So it seems like you're
we've been busy.
Yeah, really pushing it. That's great. So we have some questions that we always ask you, and the first one is, and I guess we can just go one at a time. I'll ask you first, Lou. Why did you start playing music, and what were the influences around your very early formative musical years?
My grandmother played in the church as an organ player.
Right.
But she also played squeeze box in a band, a polka band.
Cool. That is the most rad answer we've had yet.
And she was just a cool hippie chick. And my uncles, they all grew weed in the back of my grandmother's house. And it was in California where a part of my neighborhood was really chill.
Right.
And everybody, at least my mom's side. And she played like every night with all of her friends at our house.
That's great.
And that's how I grew up. And
so were you playing with music at these kind of parties and stuff like from a young age?
Yeah. And then a buddy of mine was a trumpet player at like 12. He was getting taken to shows in San Francisco that were like huge ska shows. And he was playing trumpet with these huge bands.
Oh, that's cool.
And one time we all got to go with him. Yeah. And it was like just an amazing experience. At 12 years old, I was like, this is what music's all about.
This is what's up.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do.
I want to do that.
Yeah.
I've been doing that.
So you're from California?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Where did you grow up in California?
Sacramento.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I've only been out there a couple of times, but I'd love to go more. I've only ever been there to play, obviously. But, you know. Yeah, it's awesome, man. Like, so what kind of music was your mum, your parents listening to when you?
Oh, my parents were more like Eagles and stuff, but my grandmother was probably more of the person that I would follow after as far as her musical taste went, and it was like Beach Boys, and Beatles, and when I was 12, the same kid, the trumpet player, gave me a Legalize It CD by Peter Tosh.
Right.
And that's when I was like, I love reggae.
Yeah.
That's rad.
That's a great CD. That's a great record.
And it really was. And there was just so much in the message of that album that I could align with, and it was
Sure.
very empowering. And I was started to kind of model myself as much as I could after that. Just
Yeah.
trying to take in all of the right ways of doing things ethically.
Yeah. I think that reggae is it's as much it's all encompassing. It's not just music, It's a way of life.
Absolutely,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
So I know that, and it's one of those things where I know that when I was younger, I really got into reggae in a big way, and you either sort of get more and more into it until it becomes you kind of thing, or you go in a different route. Clearly, you're the former. You went with it, which is awesome.
Definitely,
That's
yes.
super cool.
I'm definitely doing the same.
Yeah. What were your early musical influences, Stevens?
I got lucky. I got to experience it more so in middle school.
Right.
I was just walking by one day, going through lunch, and they had this little assembly, I guess, for the high school. And I was in middle school, and they literally had a trumpet, jazz band, and everything going. And I was like, you know what? I want to do that. I want to play drums in the jazz band and do whatever it takes to be on stage and have fun.
Cool.
It looks fun. And
Yeah.
that's all I ever want to do is have fun. So
Yeah.
music brings that out of me.
So you played drums.
When I first started, yes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a multi-instrument. Can you play a bunch of different stuff?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, awesome.
I could play French horn, trombone. I tend to stick to trumpet, though.
Yeah.
I love that.
Trumpet is a beautiful instrument.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, for sure. My brother's a trumpeter. And I ended up on the sax and my brother was trumpet, and I definitely was jealous of him sometimes. I still am. He still plays it. He's great at it.
Man.
Yeah. Do you have any trumpet heroes?
Right now, I'm actually learning a lot more about trumpeters, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I used to look at the old timers, but
Yeah.
recently I've been looking into this one kid. I'm kind of spacing on his name, but he
Yeah.
followed after Wynton Marsalis a lot.
Right.
But he was right under him, and he's a trombone player.
Right.
What's you told me about him? Trombone Shorty or something like that?
No, somebody else told you to learn one of his songs one time, or asked you.
Trombone Shorty, though.
Yes.
Trombone Shorty.
Okay.
That guy, to
Right.
me, and when he was even like 12 years old, he was playing with Wynton Marsalis' big band.
Yeah,
So it's
wow.
like,
That's pretty
whoa,
incredible.
you're playing with a big band at 12 years old, and then you see him growing up, and he's killer on both.
Yeah, wow.
He's doing exactly what Wynton was doing when Wynton was big time in it. So it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I need to follow that step. That's
That's
what I'm
awesome.
doing.
So, when you, as a band, do you guys write music together? How does it? What's your writing process?
I had a whole bunch of songs that I wrote that I
Right.
brought to this band.
Right.
And then we all started writing together. And then we'd bring new songs to the table all the time. Like
Right.
that was the thing. And then, I don't know, as of recent, it's just been me and him. And
Okay.
We've been writing all of the new material together. I think we've written like 7 or 8 songs recently.
Mhm.
And they're all very island style, very
Sure.
calypso feeling, and
Yeah. yeah.
almost like somebody said it again the other day, and I was like, it's like a little bit of Simon and Garfunkel feel to it. Like some of them are coming into that, like
Yeah.
faster calypso, but it's also like a
Like
soca.
that Cecilia tune.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
That's what a
yeah.
lot of our music ends up coming out like right now. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
It's pretty
Cool.
dope.
Just a mixture of influences. After a while, it just starts becoming whatever it is. You know?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I play Cecilia in my solo set when I play out.
I love that song.
Yeah, it's such a tune. Simon and Garfunkel are just unbelievable. Just,
Yes, they are.
Yeah, The Only
Good
Living
vibes.
Boy in New York is just such a cool song. I don't know if you heard that one. It's my
Mhm.
favorite. Yeah, I love that stuff. So when you're at home, do you, even though like you're playing so much out, I like asking this to adults who kind of do this for a living. Do you practice like guitar?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like, what? How do you have like
I'm
an
almost
approach
to
to
the
it?
point where I don't just practice guitar. I'm like trying to produce music all the time now. So
Yeah.
I'm practicing at least once a week with him usually,
Right.
and we'll be playing keys, playing the
Yeah.
bass lines, playing the guitar parts, playing the trumpet part, playing the every position in the band's part.
yeah.
And
Sure.
then just really like building that up and then
Yeah.
giving that to our bandmates and be like, hey.
So when you guys are writing together, you're literally writing all the parts.
Yeah,
then?
drums
That's
and
cool.
everything now.
That's
We're
really
literally
cool.
producing it, everything, and then
Do you
Yeah, that's
use
awesome.
electronic drums or do you play them in?
both, to be honest
yeah,
with you.
we've done
Yeah.
both.
Yeah, cool. Yeah,
depends on how we're feeling that day.
Yeah.
That's
We-
awesome.
We've also been working a lot with this guy, Rob Roa from Roundabout Records. I don't know if you know who he is, but
Okay.
he works in Del Rey. He owns a company there, and his mixing has been really epic lately.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he's he's become a friend of us now for the last year, and it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's
That's
His
huge.
the
work-
album
his
that we're
work
writing
is-
with him is really good.
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
He'll just sit with one of our songs that we'll bring it in, like we'll do all
So you'll
of
do the tracking.
tracking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it to him. He does all
Mhm.
the mixing. Like within an hour, it'll be a whole different song. And we're just like,
Yeah.
What the heck just
I know. I hear that. It's that with mixing it's an art. It's an art and a
it's almost
science.
like another instrument. Like,
Yeah.
It really is.
Well, yeah, but when you find somebody, I mean, that's huge for you guys. When you find somebody that you resonate with, that has, that has a good ear for mixing, that is good with the art form, but that also understands what you want to do with the music, and you,
Yeah.
like you said, you could just bring the tracks to him, and then he gives you back something, and you go, yes,
That's
that's
what I.
it.
That's what I
That's
wanted out
what
of
I
it.
every
wanted.
Yeah.
single time.
Yeah,
and it
and-
creeps me out.
yeah,
Like,
that's
as I told
huge.
Rob
when
freaks
you
me out.
partner up with somebody like that,
He's
that's
good.
amazing. Yeah,
He's
That's
a good
really
energy,
cool.
definitely.
yeah.
With No Name Scar Band, we did that. We tracked it at my house and got the guys at Power Station to mix it. And I think when it's something that's really close to you, it's difficult to mix yourself.
Mhm.
It's like you go crazy, like over mixing it almost.
Yeah, over one little spot.
Yeah.
Like, over and over.
It's like
yeah.
you spend sort of 2 weeks on the snare. I know what
Only
that's
to
like.
realize you didn't have a snare track. No wonder it took so long.
And it's always better to have a different ear to help.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I say that to other people who are saying that they're recording it themselves. I'm like, at least have someone else look it over, because sometimes the thing you're missing is right in front of your face.
Mhm.
So what's the when you are doing it at home with your home studio, what setup are you using?
Logic.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, on a
That's-
Mac. What interface have you got?
Focusrite.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. What kind of mics are you using?
Sennheiser.
Sennheisers.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Sounds legit. Is it just a kind of like a second bedroom kind of studio setup situation?
It's in the RV. We built one into the tour bus. Not
Not the RV, the
tour
tour bus.
bus.
That's
He put it.
awesome.
We built it in a tour bus. He put it in a tour bus, and it's set up to where it's like it's not just a studio. Is it okay if I say this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. But like, when you first come in the bus, like, you could record a band.
Yeah.
Like when you
That's
walk
awesome.
in, you could track drums right there. You could set up like a bass player and like have mics and then run it all the way back to the room where the studio is and have interface and talk to each other and
Oh wow.
just like it's so cool.
Yeah,
It's so
On the
cool.
bus.
But
Like,
can you do it while the bus is rolling?
Yes. And
That's
it's
amazing.
and it's completely surrounded in foam. Like it's
Oh,
all
wow.
we
So it's literally
went
something.
through the whole thing and it's sound dampened so nicely and just like
We record until
That's
6 in
real
the
bad.
morning.
Badass.
4.5,
Till
5
6
months.
in the
I've
morning,
been working my butt off on
next
this
to
thing, and now
like
it's
a house,
yeah.
but never get called cops or anything because they can hear shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really
That's
fun.
the dream right there.
That's legit right there.
Well, that
Yeah,
way we
studio
can go
on
to
wheels,
festivals too, and just be like, "Hey, man, we got a whole studio in our bus. You want to come and do a track with us?" Like,
yeah.
we've always talked about doing it. Now we have the ability to just do it
Right now.
quick.
Yeah.
It's not a stress. You want
You,
to?
you start
No?
calling
Okay.
people's bluff,
You want
man.
some sleep?
People
Yeah,
are like,
yeah,
yeah, man, I'll record with you sometime. You'll be like, I got a studio. They'll be like,
Let's go.
crap.
You just you hit a button and like the window opens up from the tour bus and they see the studio. And like right there, it's like 25 steps.
Oh,
That's like musician science fiction dream, man.
Yeah.
I know. It's super
We-
cool, man.
It's awesome, man.
One thing he's always said to me when I first started with him, when you go on stage, it's about presence. You need to be having fun.
Yeah.
If you're not having fun, don't do it.
Yeah, and it shows too. It's like you could be playing pretty awful music. If you like having a good time, people are into it. It's contagious. You know what it's like? It's like when we were just doing the sound check then, and Justin had us all laugh.
Yeah.
But all you got, like if you all just, if you all just laugh, all of a sudden it puts you in a good mood.
Yep.
And it's that kind of body language is infectious. And like is exactly what you're saying. Is if you come at it with a good vibe like that, it just the people who are watching you they're having a good time, and the night is good.
Yeah, no, your energy definitely transfers.
Sure.
We
Me
had
and Hector were bobbing around.
We had a show Saturday, I guess it was, and man, I was just having the worst time with my sound on my stand-up bass. I couldn't get the right sound. Everything sounded like mud. My hearing's going starting to go, and I just had the hardest time hearing. I have a bad habit of when I have a hard time hearing, I get in a bad mood, and then it's like, I get like this sourpuss face, and I just frown, and I just play, whatever. And I wasn't looking at anybody, I wasn't making eye contact, but it was obvious. It was obvious. The guys were like, "Are you okay?" It was obvious. Second half of the show, we tweaked, so we talked about it. We tweaked some stuff. Suddenly I can hear, man, and it just made the biggest difference. I'm bouncing around, I'm jamming, I'm having a good time. And you can see the people in the room were having a much better time with us.
Yeah.
Like, suddenly it was just like that energy just transfers,
It all matters. If
it's
one person is having a bad time, everybody can feel it. Everybody.
And the big problem is you can't be like, cheer up. If you tell someone who's in a bad mood to cheer up, they're like, F you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like saying calm down to someone.
Calm down. That's exactly what I was thinking of when you said it.
Calm down.
Oh, no. Don't,
I've done that
I didn't mean to
before.
say that.
I know. No. Exactly.
Anything but that.
Yeah, I've definitely been there. But yeah, it is infectious, and it's, you just in the gig you were talking about, I was just kind of thinking to myself, we got to fix this because the bad.
Because I was dragging the room down, and I knew it.
Yeah, well, we did fix it, thank God. So
Yeah,
it worked
yeah,
out. Yeah, all right. So, can you tell us a little bit about the kind of gigs you've been playing, where you've been playing, and what sort of how much the band is, what the band has been doing and is continuing to do right now? Like where have you been playing over the past sort of year and so?
So I think that there was a point during the COVID experiments, whatever you want to call them, where we played more than any band in the world.
Right.
There was a space and time where we were playing more consistent shows than any band in the world.
Wow.
Because Delray Beach was one of the only places in the world that seemed like it was open.
Yeah.
And we were playing every week, almost every day.
Right,
6 or 7.
Like, dude, there was 3 weeks off during COVID for us.
Wow.
That was it. We stayed busy.
Yeah.
It's from those 3 little spots
Right.
that were just like, oh, we'll put you outside. Everybody started out 3 weeks of no music. Then all of a sudden, 3 weeks after COVID started, the owner was like, bro, you want to just like play outside and we'll serve drinks outside. They said we can just like block people off and do some kind of do not cross this line situation. And then it just started steamrolling. Another gig.
Yeah.
And then we stayed busy. Nobody was playing. I was getting like messages from people like, what are you doing? And I was just like, I got 4 kids. I got people to feed and nobody else is going to do that for me. And I stay busy. So I'm going to try to do that no matter what it takes. And I did.
Yeah.
And it was good for all of us.
I mean, there was a way of doing it, wasn't there? Like, we got going relatively soon. We didn't jump straight in, but we got going relatively soon. Actually, for us, it happened in a way, like...
At a good time,
it happened at a good time. There was a bit of a shift up in band members for us then. And I was kind of shifting up my lifestyle, shall we say. Mm-hmm. So it was a good time for that. And then I want to say we started playing at about September, or like August, September, we kind of kicked back into it. And for real. So we weren't really stopped for that long either. But we were doing the whole thing where, like
the live stream shows,
distance. We did a bunch of live stream. So actually, that's what kicked live music community into gear. Was this whole, Justin, who owns live music community, saw that live streams were going to become more of a thing and just really kind of hit it with that. And now, even though people can still go to gigs, it's just become another thing you can do. People are doing live streams.
It was funny. It was something that he was always planning on doing, and then the timing of it was just such that he just went full force with it
Boom.
at that time, and
Yeah.
it worked out great.
Boom.
Yeah,
That's that
totally.
boom moment.
That's
On the
awesome.
subject of which, I'm doing one on the 17th of October. So if anyone wants to see my ugly mug do a live stream, then you can check it out on
Oh, yeah.
7 p.m. on the 17th of October. You guys should come and do one. You should come and do one at some point. you
Okay.
know?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
we're down. I'm down.
Definitely down.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
trying to like bully you into it on a podcast. I do a podcast.
Do it.
Do it
now.
Come right now.
if you would like to.
Yeah, I'm down.
I'm always down to play.
Calm down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, sir.
That's funny. So yeah, what do you guys have to look forward to? What you guys got any plans for the future?
Yeah.
You got a tour coming
We
up.
were busy.
Buy
but
land
now we're gonna be
everywhere
busy.
in the world and play music in all of those places on that land.
That sounds amazing.
We're
Yeah.
gonna be really busy. now.
That's what we're gonna focus on for the. I mean, that's where I'm at
Cool.
for the next the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Well, just to
Awesome.
be able to give something to my kids.
Yeah.
Just be like, here, take one of those,
Right.
and
Yeah.
then wherever you feel comfortable, be in that space or go to a
Be
different one.
you. Don't
Cool.
worry about nobody judging you. You got a whole area to yourself.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
That's
Just don't do
amazing.
nothing crazy.
Go cut down some trees, build something.
You know what I mean?
That's cool, man.
That's my new phase in life. Like, we play music every day anyways, so if we're playing for a huge crowd, if we're live streaming, to me it doesn't really matter at this point because we've played so many shows. Like, right now I'm focused on more of like my family, what's going to
Right.
happen down the road instead
Yeah.
of I got to get another show because I played all the shows.
Yeah. Sure.
And they're fun,
Yeah.
but nothing is like building something that's going to be for
Like a legacy.
generation.
Yeah.
Don't
generation,
tell me. You said the
generation,
key word right there,
generation.
legacy. You know what I mean?
That's what
it's
I'm
hard
trying
to do that.
do.
You
It's-
know,
Oh, yeah.
and a lot of people strive for that, but nobody really tries to accomplish it and really stick to it, even through the bricks and the downs. And "Oh, I don't want to get up. This man right here, I've seen him play shows with a broken foot.
Yeah.
Straight
That's
up.
awesome.
I'm like,
Whatever
how are
it
you
takes.
doing this?
I respect someone who works hard, man. That's cool.
Doesn't stop.
Yeah,
That's awesome. What's going on with this tour you got coming up? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I think
Oh, someone's excited.
Yes, sir.
we're gonna have a blast. It's like a whole caravan. There's like, and it's all DIY. It's literally.
Cool.
I booked almost every single show except for one that Michael booked in Jersey,
That's right.
and no booking agent. I did it all through people that I've known or people that I just recently met through the internet.
That's
like
awesome.
Facebook is the best thing you could ever use as far as like booking a U.S. tour
Oh,
if you
for
really
sure.
want to.
For sure.
And-
That's how I've done it in the past.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And even world tours, like
Yeah.
you can reach out to so many people all over the world at any point. Like
Yep.
the social media has actually made it for me possible to do whatever I want because somewhere they like our music.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
as long as you can
A
find
lot
that.
of places.
And then some places really like it and they like treat you very well. And when that happens, that's like the place you want to gravitate
Well, that-
towards at least once a year.
For sure.
You know, at
Well, that's
least
the
go
beauty of
see
the
it.
social media, though. I mean, like I do artwork and stuff, and so I have artist friends
Awesome.
really all over the world. But I mean, if we were going to talk about the United States, we were talking about putting a Killbillies tour together for next summer, and it wouldn't take much for me to reach out to all my friends and say, all right, so we're going to be in this city, this city, this city, and just reach out to people in each one of those cities that I know. And look, you know my band, you've seen us live stream, you've seen whatever. We're locally is a good fit for us, and
Yeah.
and then
Wow.
hit these places up.
Yo.
I mean, it's not difficult,
And
One
if
of
you
the
do
things
it for
we-
a few years, then you can get contracts and
Yeah.
Yeah.
any of that, as long as you've got a good squad that's always consistent.
Consistent,
you
yeah.
know?
We just take
Another key word. Y'all on the same mindset.
Oh man,
Yes, sir.
same wavelength.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally. Can you give us a little bit of an idea of some of the places that you have enjoyed playing the most?
Oh, Key West.
Key West is dope.
Yeah.
Key West, huh?
Where do you guys play when you play Key West?
We
Southernmost.
Yep. Alamorada.
Oh, we're gonna have to get
Or-
down there.
I know.
No,
Everybody,
yeah.
everybody that comes
Spread
on
the
here.
dub has just been at the
Alabella?
Green Parrot, haven't they? I saw that. Yeah, we
that's
gotta
an
get down
awesome
there.
spot.
And Victoria plays down there all the time.
I
Yeah.
know, it's about time we do.
There's a lot of people that go down there. We need to get down there.
I played an Isla Morada one time. That's the only time, just once. But yeah, we need to do it. 'Cause we
There's
get
a
down there.
lady I can introduce you to that
Oh,
has really good in Key West. Denise Richards, if you're out
Oh,
there.
she's
Or-
Bob.
I don't
Big
think
up
her
Denise
last name
Richards.
Denise
Is
I
that
don't
an
think her last
actress?
name is Richards. I'm
Was-
so sorry, Denise.
But
But
if it was the
she
Denise
is one of
right?
the booking agents for a few different spots in Key West.
Oh,
she-
okay.
And she hooks us up in Isla Morada and some other spots. And she's,
cool.
yeah, I'll hook you up.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Nice.
Good
She's
stuff,
good
man.
people.
She's
Well, listen,
definitely.
I'm really excited to hear you guys play. I check you out online. I've never managed to get to a show because we're always playing the same times you guys are. So, would you mind playing us a couple of tunes?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, let's
I'm
get
down.
at it.
Awesome.
Love playing.
Walking on the beach, hand in hand, building castles we made of sand. Got this fire to warm our bones. Next to the water, we call it our home. Take me to the island, take me to the sea, where we'll be vibing, right near the beach. Boy, take me to the island, take me to the sea, where we'll be vibing, right near the beach. Boy. Waves crash, start a new day. Bang, then washed away. The tide is rising, out of control. Living life like this, we never grow. Take me to the island, take me to the sea, where we'll be vibing, right near the beach. Boy, take me to the island, take me to the sea, where we'll be vibing, right near the beach. Boy. Shake to the left, shake to the right. Yeah, we keep it going all night. Shake to the left, shake to the right, until the morning light. Shake to the left, shake to the right. Yeah, we keep it right on time. Shake to the left, shake to the right. Come on, everybody. Say shake, shake, shake. Bull, shake, shake, shake. Bull, shake, shake, shake. Bull, shake, shake, shake. Take me to the island, take me to the sea, where we'll be vibing, right near the beach. Boy, take me to the island, take me to the sea, where we'll be vibing, right near the beach. Boy. real ugly face. That's when I know I got it right. That ugly face, that's when you know. Everybody falls in love sometimes, baby, I'm in love with you. I got the feeling and rhythm and the rhyme singing, I'm in love with you. Everywhere I go, people stopping at my show singing, I'm in love with you. Yeah, you know what we really want to do, singing, I'm in love with you, baby, baby, baby. Baby, baby, baby. Well, you know that you're my girl, I'm in love with you. Well, you know you're my whole world, I'm in love with you. Well, you knock me off my feet, I'm in love with you. Well, you make me a better me, and I'm in love with you, sunshine. Baby, baby, baby. Girl, you are so sweet. I'm in love with you. But why you gotta roll that shit better than me? I'm in love with you. Girl, you blow my mind. I'm in love with you. But with you, girl, I lose track of all my time. Hey, I'm in love with you, baby, baby, baby. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Well, I love you, love you. I'm in love with you. Well, I really need you, need you. I'm in love with you. Yeah, I know I love you, love you. I'm in love with you. Yeah, you know I need you, need you. I'm in love with you.
We're sponsored by Paddy Mac's Irish Pub and Restaurant. It's a great place on Military Trail in Palm Beach Gardens, and it's really important to us. We've been playing there for 10 years at least.
It's our home away from home, man.
Yeah, and we always do the St. Patrick's Day festival that they have outside every year, and it is just such a cool place. Hugh, who runs the place, is a really great guy, really positive dude, and they have, you know, it sounds a little bit self-serving to say they have good music there, but in my opinion, they have good music there. But yeah, it's cool that, you know, they keep the kind of the roots and the folk stuff going in Palm Beach Gardens, and we can't thank them enough for that. Plus, they have really great food and really good drinks on tap. The bar is fully stocked.
Yeah.
It's a cool place, man. Like, the food's great, isn't it?
Oh, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculously good.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had food there a few times now, and it's always been good. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's always a good time. It's always packed. The crowds when we play there are always fun. They're always so energetic and fun.
Exactly. It's our favorite place to play. And I think one of the things that I said this last week, but the thing that I like about it is you get Irish pubs here where you kind of feel it's a little bit kind of plastic and a bit sort of like, you know, plastic leprechaun in the corner. This place is not like that. It's just like a pub that you would find in Ireland. It's got a really good vibe, and it doesn't feel like a theme pub. It feels like you're just at the pub.
Feels authentic.
Exactly.
Yeah, feels very authentic. So
exactly,
yeah.
It's a really good vibe, and I couldn't. That there's no praise that I could give that would be enough. I just love that place. We're in there all the time.
Yeah.
All right. So the next sponsor we have is Harmony Management. You want to tell them a little bit about that, Hector?
Yeah, Harmony Management. Harmony Management, does it overwhelm you to walk into your small business or home and office? Sometimes all you need is just a little help, and that's where Harmony Management Group can help you, offering anywhere from just a few hours a week of office help, basic office tasks like filing, organizing, or anything like full-service business offerings, as in bookkeeping, payroll, tax services, data entry, scheduling, invoicing, and much, much more. Mary over at Harmony is slowly becoming the go-to accountant for artists and musicians because of her understanding of the music and art business, and she actually does a lot of stuff for us. She can service all your business needs, tailor your plans to specific business spectrum, whatever it is you need. There's no stress, no need to stress or worry about any of the little things in your business or the big things for that matter. Take a deep breath and call Mary at Harmony Management Group at 561-420-5652. That's Mary at Harmony Management Group, 561-420-5652. Tell her Hector and Ben from 561 Music sent you. You won't be disappointed. In fact, you'll be relieved you did. Let Harmony Management Group put the Zen back into your life.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, big shout out to Mary. She's
Big shout out.
she's a good friend and has been endlessly helpful for us.
Absolutely.
So the final sponsor we have is Handlebars Bar and Grill. It's a restaurant that my father-in-law Peter Pinello has revitalized. It used to be called Judy's. It's on US 1 in Sequester. It's a biker bar and has live music on Saturdays. We're trying to kind of refine the music a little bit now. So from November onwards, we're going to have a bike night on the second Thursday of every month and music on Saturdays. But that's what we're doing from November, and we're going to stick to that. So if you want to come and check out the music, come on the second Thursday of every month or Saturdays from 6 to 9. And we also have fantastic food in there. Bernsey, the chef, does a great job. And Jamie behind the bar is a good laugh too, and she's been helping us out so much. And so if you want to go in and see some of the like more colourful locals of Jupiter and Sequester, it's a great spot. And you get the all sorts of interesting bikes come through there. My father-in-law and my brother-in-law are both huge motorcycle enthusiasts. My brother-in-law he's a motorbike mechanic. He works for Bob's British Bikes. Shout out to them. And you'll see a lot of the bikes that are worked on in Jupiter come through Handlebars. So there's always some interesting stuff to check out. And also wrap rods and, interesting classic cars. So if you're into that kind of thing, you should come and check out Handlebars Bar and Grill. All right, so those were some great songs you just played us. Can you tell us a little bit about the two songs you just played?
Well, Living Easy was always a song that, oh wait, no, we didn't do that one. Never mind. We were going to do that.
Yeah, that's right.
Take Me to the Islands was
that
a
was
song that I originally was always dreaming, like, I'm just gonna live in the islands. Like,
Yeah, man.
That's the goal, especially for somebody who plays reggae music. Like that's not where I should be, right?
It's Mecca for reggae.
I wrote that. I wrote that song for that reason, and Florida's been definitely the closest thing to the island feel in the vibe and the culture.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like an hour off the coast you used to get to the, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? We're
South
very close.
Florida is very island vibe. Like,
Yeah.
it
I mean,
really
it's no coincidence that we have a lot of reggae bands on this podcast,
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of reggae down
Because
here.
there's a huge reggae scene here in
Yeah,
Florida.
So it fits really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, at one point we were like, oh, we're getting too many reggae bands. But the thing is, it's just representative. Because the only reason we're getting a lot of reggae bands on here is because there are a lot of reggae.
Because there are a lot of reggae.
Nothing wrong with that, you know?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the other tune you played?
I'm in love with you.
I'm in love with you.
Oh yeah, that was a jam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
That was a fun song.
Is there a story behind that?
Yeah.
Or is it just a straight up love song?
Yeah, that's like just our fast gospel reggae song. Like,
It gets
like a
everybody
Toots and the
jumpy,
Maytals
it gets
kinda.
everybody
Yeah.
feel
Oh
like
yeah.
that.
It was hopping.
R.I.P. Toots.
Yes, I.
Yes, R.I.P.
Yeah.
Toots.
Now you had said something. You had mentioned something earlier that that's the first time that you've recorded that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that was a
561 Music exclusive, right?
There you go. Yeah, we'll make sure to put that in the notes.
The notes, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a recent song that you've written?
No, we did that.
Just haven't haven't had a chance to record it then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I did forget to tell you guys something though. Like, I've only lived here for 2 years. I don't know if you
Right.
knew that or not, but
I mean, I did notice that, like, all of a sudden, there was a lot going on about you and your band, and it did seem to go from like I was like, oh, how come I hadn't heard of him? And that's why I know
Because he
him.
wasn't here.
yeah.
Florida like changed everything for us. Like, we moved here thinking, oh, this is gonna be rad. You know what? It's a whole different environment. And we moved here from San Diego. We drove here in a 34-foot RV. Me and my lady and 4 kids.
Wow.
And we're leaving here with a lot more.
Yeah, there you go.
And
You came,
it's
you saw,
because
you
of
conquered.
It's because of Florida. Like everybody here took care of me.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
They let us play everywhere up and down this whole state, and
Yeah.
everyone was super like inviting and literally
Still are.
made.
Very
Still are.
laid
We're
back
trying
vibe
to tell
in
them, hey,
Florida.
we're gonna be taking a different, venture, and they're like, yo, just come back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
you
Okay.
want, whatever you want.
That's
we got a
fine.
spot for you. Like, and it's a beautiful thing, dude. This place has made it so I can follow my dreams, like that I initially set out for.
Well, it's a testament to the fact you can tell when someone means it, and like things tend to fall into place when you're kind of following your true path. You know what I mean? And you really do mean it. And it's very obvious, and that's all people need to kind of, people will roll out a red carpet for you if you seem like if you're honest and you mean it. That's how it seems. It's gone for me anyway.
That's how it works.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
You find yourself aligned with your true destiny.
Self.
Yeah, yeah.
One's with true self.
Like
Totally.
sometimes there's distractions that come into all of that too, but as long as you have that like main focus, I notice as long as I have that longevity focus for that same thing that I see materializing constantly,
Yeah,
like the manifestation is easy because all I do is just focus on that, and
yeah.
stuff tries to jump in the way, but it's like that doesn't really matter too much because I'm just doing this.
Yeah, yeah.
I got that thing to do.
Yeah, kind of like riding a motorbike. You keep your eye in the distance,
Exactly.
and it'll
You'll
just
Dodge
be
things.
fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
That's great. So, all right, yeah. The last thing is, oh no, we've got a couple of things left. First one is, let's take a look at your pedal board. You had quite an interesting thing. You were looping and stuff.
Yeah.
I'd love it if you could tell us a little bit about it.
It's dope for the duo shows that we do and the solo shows and stuff. But
Yeah.
for like big band shows,
Yeah.
it's the best board I've ever used. Like
Oh, cool.
just super versatile. I can just switch from every kind of pedal that I would want, and give it good reverb, give it, tap delay, like just
Yeah, and you got the
everything,
wor on there, and you
the
can use
walls on it,
or
yeah,
volume.
everything.
Everything.
It's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
it's all in one. The tuner's really nice on it too. Like
Right.
I like the head rush. It's definitely my favorite so far.
How long have they been around? This one's passed me by.
I'm not sure. I actually tried another one, the Line 6 version. It was a little bit more expensive than the head rush too.
Yeah.
But it was just like trying to learn a whole different language.
Right.
And I was like, man, let me just try the head rush and see how that works. And it was so much more user friendly. I was just like, oh, I can
Okay.
pick this and do this. Oh, okay, now it's done. All right.
That's interesting to know because I keep getting tempted by these new like sort of Uber multi effects and I don't know why, but I've got a Line 6 one actually. The one before the one that came out just before this new range of them, and I do like it, but
If you're good with it, you might be good at taking the next step up.
yeah, maybe I'll have a look at one of these head rushes. Check it out.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, if you're already good with
Oh,
the Line
right.
6 one,
Gotcha.
you might actually be able to go to the next Line 6 and enjoy it. For me,
Yeah.
it was like, I never used the Line 6
That's me.
one.
That's me, man. I'm like oil and water when it comes to pedals. Like I actually a long time ago, I had gotten a loop pedal, and it was just a single Boss loop pedal, and I couldn't figure it out. I mean, there's not a whole lot to it, and I couldn't figure it out. And I got rid of it, and then I got the little bit bigger one that's got the two pedals on it or whatever. And again, I just kept getting frustrated. I couldn't do it. And it wasn't until like years later now that we were talking about looping one day, and he said he had a spare pedal and let me borrow it. And it wasn't until then that I really just started sitting down and like reading stuff and watching tutorials on YouTube or whatever. But I just have the hardest time with some of these pedals.
You have a little bit of the same thing I have. You have
They're
a little bit of that ADD thing where you just kind of like get frustrated with
I do.
them.
I know. I get frustrated.
I'm the
quick.
same way.
How many? Oh, it's not on the screen anymore. But how many? Like it's got the 6 buttons across. Does it actually have 3 sets of loops across, like the Boss does? Or
Oh,
No, it
this
actually
is nothing
has-
like the Boss.
Okay.
Yeah, this has quite a simple loop on it.
Yeah, it's literally just one loop, and that's it. But you can buy another head rush that has a whole bunch of stuff like the Boss did.
yeah.
Right.
Like, I used to have the RC 300, the Boss one.
That's what I currently use.
That's for looping.
It's the business for the loop.
It is, and then the 500 too now is really cool too. This one's cool to like get off what I'm trying to accomplish.
Right.
But the RC300 with another mixer, so you can control that reverberation and like I don't know, like maybe just a reverb pedal that you can make that loud snare sound with.
Yeah.
And I could create some majestic sounds that I can't recreate without. But it takes time of sitting in front of that RC300.
Yeah.
Like months and months. I did a whole United States tour by myself
Right.
in an F-150 with an RC300.
Right.
And it was literally like the best time of my life.
Oh, cool.
And
That's awesome.
That's the Loop Station show is like
Yeah.
it's awesome.
it's
Once
a
you
good
start
thing.
getting like it can be just as good as a full band show sometimes.
Yeah, totally.
I like the way
Yeah, I build it up. I got the octave pedal and everything, and I
Yeah.
beatbox and then do the bass line and then
Yeah.
play the guitar over the top and everything.
Yep, that's what I did too.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
played sax and trumpet at one point with it.
Oh, dope. That's
It was
cool.
ridiculous. And the MIDI keyboard at one point too, so I just play the bass lines on the MIDI keyboard.
Uh-huh.
Like, now it's just
He's
I
a
play- now I just play
multi-instrumentalist.
guitar.
Yeah,
Right,
it sounds
cool.
like it.
Now
That's-
not really much anymore. I just play guitar and sing now.
Right.
That's my job.
Well, that's awesome. I'm tempted. Every now and again, I start bringing loads and loads of stuff out, and then I get sick of it, and I reel it all back in again. Yeah. It's really easy to do that. Like, at one point I was bringing out the looper, a kick drum, a snare drum, like all this stuff, and trying to loop it all into each other.
Yeah,
But I had
that's
to
what I
spend
was
like
talking about
2.5
with the sax and
hours
the
setting
trumpet.
up.
I had like a table just filled with different things. I was like, what am I doing? Like, why am I doing all of this?
Do people care enough for
Let
me
me-
to go this far?
Let me
with
just
you?
tap on my acoustic and like play the bass lines with the now.
Yeah.
That's how I am now. Yeah,
I
for
can
sure.
totally relate to that.
Yeah.
So what shows you got coming up, man?
We're playing a festival with Hinder on
Oh yeah.
the 22nd
Second.
of
Right.
October,
Sun Fusion Fest.
and then
Where is that?
outside Orlando, like 45 minutes
Yep.
in the middle of the woods somewhere.
Awesome. Sounds like a real good time.
It should be pretty. The Supervillains are headlining one of the nights too.
Oh, cool.
nice.
They're
Yeah,
great.
Supervillains, Hinder, Perpetual Groove. They're
Right.
a really dope
Yeah.
jam band, and there's some other big ones on there too. They're really cool. But there's like 50 bands, 4 days
Oh, yeah.
festival. That's the start of the tour. Actually,
Right,
will be
cool.
that show.
Stuff's already got swinging again. I'm back into gradually eking back
Yeah,
into normal
yeah.
life.
I feel like it's pretty close, man.
I'm going to the fest at the end of October. It's like a punk rock thing in Gainesville.
Nice. Who's
Looking
playing?
forward to that. Well, I'm just going for one day to see my favorite guy, Frank Turner. I just love what he does. He's like an English kind of folk punk guy.
Nice.
It's really he's just a singer-songwriter at this point. I don't even know. He has a punk aesthetic. He has a punk like attitude to life, but in terms of the way the music sounds, it's not really punk. But I love it. I think you'd really dig it. His lyrics are amazing. That's what I'm going to go do is watch Frank Turner at the end of the month. So what gigs have we got coming up?
Friday. Well, I'm out of town this weekend, so you guys have a duo at Brick and Barrel Friday.
That's right. And then I on Saturday I'm playing 239 Reggae and Scarfest in Cape Coral with No Name Ska
Band. Yeah,
Yeah.
And then you playing Sunday? I think you have a solo Sunday, don't you?
I don't think I'm playing.
No,
this
not this
Sunday.
weekend. Okay.
Yeah. I
That's
better
probably
not.
next-
I hope I'm not.
That's probably next weekend. Yeah, it's probably next
Did you say
weekend.
his name was
yeah.
Frank Turner?
Frank Turner.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, you should check him out, man. He's amazing. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. Your performance just put a real smile on my face.
Yeah, it was fun, man.
Thank
it
you.
was fun.
Yeah,
It was bouncy. I like it.
And you were absolutely lined up for me to get you on in the next couple of months, and it just turned out to be a wonderful thing that we could get you on sooner because you're a great guest and an inspiration actually. So thanks for coming. It was awesome.
Thank you for having us. We
was an
appreciate
honor.
it.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, man.
awesome.
Thanks.
Seriously.
Cool.
Yeah. Catch
you
you
later.
next time.